Kenny Clark, Romeo, Josh Jacobs, Elton Jenkins, Isaiah McDuffie, Myers, Walker, Kobe Wooden did not practice were Corey Ballantyne and Edgerrin Cooper.
Is Rome still in the protocol? Is he out now?
He is.
Thank you. These questions. I'm sorry. Is he out?
No, he's not.
He's still in. Okay, thank you.
I answered your first question.
Thank you. You feel good about him for Thursday?
We'll see. I mean, I have no idea. I'm not a doctor.
What's made their pass defense so good even without their pass rushers being injured? Talking about Detroit.
Yeah, well, they compete, they challenge, they play a ton of man coverage, and they got good players. So I think they do a great job. They get a ton of man beaters. They do a great job with it. But I just think they make it hard on you. They contest everything. And if you make an errant throw, they'll make you pay because all those guys in the back end have great ball skills.
Matt, what's been the vibe around here? You got, you're still a young team. You guys have played some big games, but they still don't feel like a team that ever gets kind of, I don't know, nervous about big games. Do you get?
No, I think the vibe is more the guys are focused and, just attacking the preparation and just trying to do the best job they can. That's what gives you a chance on game day is by just attacking it and doing the best you can throughout the course of the week, and then you got to go play.
How's the week gone, considering the scheduling and all that?
Yeah, I mean, today feels like Friday, and I realize it's Tuesday, but it feels like a Friday, and just in our world, it's been a normal Friday schedule. The only thing that was different is that we've been practicing indoors, which we typically don't do. But I'd say it feels like a normal Friday.
Now, you said yesterday that when it comes to Jair, you have to look at the practice. So did you see enough to this point where you can say, all right, we'll give him up to game time, or are you not going to go down that road again?
No, we'll see. Yeah, we'll have some more conversations. I got to go back. We just got off the practice field. I want to go take a look at the tape and kind of see where we're at, talk to our coaches, talk to Ja. And kind of see where we're at.
Matt, I'm curious about something. We talked after I think it was after the 49ers game about the impact that Xavier and Josh both have had. When you look at two guys and when guys come into teams, I remember when Julius Peppers got here, he said, I don't want to push myself on everybody because I'm the new guy here. When you look at how those two have assimilated, what do you think of the way they've kind of taken on that role while being the new guys?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of a process that's happened naturally. It's organic. They just attack everything the right way in terms of how they prepare, how they compete. And I think they've got some natural leadership skills and natural leadership ability, but it's because of how they approach the game and how they practice and how they are in meetings and how consistent they are on a daily basis.
Do you think it's even more that than how well they've played in the actual games? It's more the...
Well, I'm sure that there's something to that. I mean, that gives guys confidence, I would say. But I think it's just everything leading up to the games, and I think the games are a byproduct of just, number one, they're very talented players, but they work their ass off too. So it's not a surprise to me that they've become the caliber of player that they have become. It's everything they put into this.
One of the things the guys have always said about you is they like how you take care of them, scheduling wise, and when kind of taking the load off. How have you had to adjust with Josh just because of the heavy workload and you haven't had a workhorse kind of back like that in your team?
Yeah, we've just limited him in practice, and he does a great job communicating with us, kind of where he's at. So I trust him in terms of if he needs more, that he'll let us know, and if he needs less, he'll also let us know. But we also are mindful of just how many reps he's getting throughout the course of the week. He's a guy that I really don't worry about in terms of assignment. And every rep he gets, it's meaningful. Whether it's in a walkthrough, he is taking the correct footwork, he's pressing the right gaps, he's reading it the right way, making sure all the little details are on point. And then you see the same thing when he gets a live rep. I mean, just how hard he's going, how he finishes. He's a coach's dream. He does it the right way.
Matt, Jason Garrett was talking the other night on Sunday Night Football about the physicality of the NFC North. I mean, talk about that first matchup with the Lions and what you see as far as the physicality of this game is going to be on Thursday night.
Yeah, I think with most good teams that they play the game the right way, and certainly Detroit's been doing it for a couple of years now, and that's who they are, and I think that's who we are as well. So it should be a great game on Thursday night.
Do you, the Lions had that thing with the social media post with the whiteboard in the background. Do you have rules for your guys in place for that, to avoid that kind of thing, or how does it work?
Yeah, it's not something that we, I would say, over-talk. I think that guys understand that nobody wants their information out there for the whole world to see. So we try to keep everything in-house here. But I don't think it's like the end of the world either. I don't think you gain a real competitive advantage off of that personally.
So do you just, like, as the opposing coach, is there anything to do with that? Or are you kind of like, well, now if maybe they think we're going to think this about?
I mean, I'm sure our guys aren't going to sit there and study every code word they have in their offense. I mean, you can get this stuff from the TV copies. I mean, there's certain things that you can pick up off the TV copies. That's why most teams, I would say probably every team in the league, listens to what they're putting out there as well as what the opponent's putting out there, and you try to piece it together. But personally, I think it's probably a little bit overrated. I mean, ultimately, you still got to stop whatever it is they're doing, and they're a good football team. Just like most good football teams are going to have tendencies. I'm sure we have a lot of tendencies too, but you got to stop it, and vice versa. Usually you're going to do when you get tendencies, usually it's because you're doing something pretty well. And so you're going to keep on doing that probably. But I think all of that stuff is pretty overrated. Ultimately, it comes down to the ability to go out there, get 11 men on the same page, and go execute.
That's good.
Thanks,
All right,
Matt.
thanks. Have a good one.